All right, let's take a look at how to do our screen recorded homeworks here for any of my classes. So as we talked about in class, we're going to be watching the videos here shown in the homework column. So whichever class you're in, we've got some videos, typically tutorials or introductions to the skills or tools that we need. And those are going to be in there. So we're going to watch those. Meanwhile, we're going to have our study guide open. So here you can see I've got my study guide open just for this survey class. And that class is supposed to have watched this How to Use a Mac Like a Pro and some advice for current students, and then open up the study guide accordingly. Now this study guide, these questions are going to be what's used as content for quizzes, the written exams. So we want to make sure that we're doing this. So what I would be doing is going through and actually writing my answers down, and then just choosing any of the 5 things that you've answered to demonstrate your for your homework. So for example, the purpose of placing your left thumb on the command key, it's the fastest way to make shortcuts or to perform keyboard shortcuts. Okay, so maybe I write it that way as I watch the video. Which shortcut allows you to switch between open applications? Well, that's Command Tab. What does the shortcut Command Spacebar do? Launches Spotlight. So if you watch the videos, you're going to go through and answer these questions. How can you locate a specific file on your Mac? Hold the Command key down after finding it in Spotlight. And what's the purpose of the Command Option Escape shortcut? Command Option Escape launches this. So to force quit an application. So I would go through and while watching the videos, answer these questions so that I have a completed study guide. Now it's best to actually write those answers in here in the study guide next to the question, because when you want to go back and study, if you just have a sheet of answers not related to the questions, that's not really going to be very helpful to study. So I strongly recommend either make a copy of this to your own Gmail account so that you can just answer them within there. But you won't necessarily need to turn this into me, but this is going to be a fast way for you to quickly do your homework, which is to choose any 5 of the things that you filled in for that day. Choose any of the 5 skills and do a quick 1-minute screen capture video. So we're going to show how to do that right now. I'm going to open Canvas. I'm signed in looking like a student right now. So I'll come to my homework uploads and click on Homework 1. Homework 1 will bring us to it. And this is where it's a little strange, but it's not hard. We're just going to go to choose a submission type. I'm going to click Text. And here in Text, make sure that your screen is big enough. We're going to look in the top of this for this little plug. And when I click on this plug, you should see Panopto Recordings. So I'm going to click on Panopto Recordings. A box will pop up, and it's going to say, well, do you want one that you've either already recorded? So once I've already recorded one, I'll be able to click on it, Homework 1, and just submit it and click Insert. But since you haven't recorded it yet, I'm going to hit Record instead. It's going to say select a folder from the drop down above. Now it's possible this is having an issue because I'm also using a different recorder to record right now. So I'm going to open up Panopto. Let's try to hit record. It's going to say choose a folder from the drop down above. I'm going to click everything and just choose my folder. Okay, it's going to ask how I would like to record. And right now it gives us the chance to name it. So I'm just going to call this Nathan Homework 1. Simple. That way I'll be able to find it very easily. How would you like to record? Let's just use the browser-based capture. So we'll just hit Launch Capture. And it's going to pop this up and ask us what audio, video, and screen we want to record. So click on Audio and make sure it's using your built-in microphone. You should see your voice sitting there working away. Click on Video. I need to be able to see that it's you actually recording the video. So it'll just record and stick your video in the little corner of the screen. And for screens and apps, when you click on this, I prefer to use Google Chrome. It seems to work best. But if you have Safari open, it should work. But if it doesn't, try it with Chrome. And I'm just going to say record the entire screen. And if you've only got one screen, you'll just see it right there and you can select it. In this case, I have 2 screens. So I'm just going to click the one that I'm using and hit Share. And this pops up, and now I can even see this little wiggly line showing me it's capturing my audio. So I'll hit record here. It's going to give me a little countdown, and I'm going to switch over to my study guide or Premiere or whatever I'm going to demonstrate these in. So, and I'm going to do my 5 answers. All right, so homework 1, my 5 answers from using a Mac like a pro. I'm just going to do the first 5, but believe me, I really did learn them all. The purpose of placing your left thumb on the command key is it's the fastest way to perform keyboard shortcuts, whether that is save with Command S or copy with Command C. Which shortcut allows you to switch between open applications on a Mac? Command and Tab. That lets me switch between all the open applications and easily get to the different programs. What does the shortcut Command Spacebar do? Command Spacebar launches Spotlight, which allows me to either open programs like Chrome or Safari or Word, or the next one, how can you locate a specific file on your Mac using Spotlight? Well, if I was looking for the Chrome app instead of trying to launch it, if I needed to actually get to that file, or maybe a Word document or something that I had written for school, I can hold the Command key down. And when I hold the Command key down, I see that icon changes to the Finder. And now when I hit return, Command and return, instead of it opening the application, it took me to the file. So that's really helpful for finding missing files. And what's the purpose of the Command Option Escape shortcut? Option Command Escape, and that lets me force quit programs. So those are the five of the things that I learned in my homework today. And so that is, that's my homework, but believe me, I have answered all of the rest of them. So, and you should too, because they will be really helpful. But for homework, I'm going to only have you demonstrate 5 of the things that you learned every day. So I'm going to come back over here. Capture is running, and I find my web browser tab. It's about 1.5 minutes. I'm just going to hit stop. It's already named Homework 1. It says upload is complete, so it has uploaded this, and I think I'm in good shape. It's saved in my folder. And I might enter a description, but it's not necessary as long as you've named it. If you forgot to name it earlier, then just name it right here. So I'll call it Nathan Adam Homework 1, just so it's clear. All right, and eventually it's going to say your video is ready. So let's go back to our Homework 1, and there it is. You see it's already recorded, and so I can scroll down to the Insert button and hit Insert, and that's going to insert it into the homework and turned in, and I will hit Submit Assignment. So if you had recorded it, maybe you accidentally got out, if you hit text and you go and you choose from Panopto recordings, now you'll notice instead of having to re-record it, under the choose option, under the everything folder, I've got this Homework 1. So I could simply select it and you can see it was even recorded today. So that's helpful. All right, so I've already done that. I'm just going to cancel out with this X, and that's here ready to go, and I will submit. Boom, nice celebration. So I'll be able to then come in and see whatever I'm going to that you did at least some of your answers, and that you can demonstrate that you have actually watched the content and practiced some of the tools, and when you come to class, we will be applying them. All right, so that should be a short version of how to record your homeworks for any of my classes, and if you have other questions, we'll look forward to seeing you in class. Happy to help. Thanks.